Hi, I have been waiting for a long time ago that this bird flying through my window, and finally the eagle has landed. This is the FIMI X8 SE 2022 V2. So let's see what's inside the box. First let's open this module, because this drone is basically a modular drone. In the future they're going to have more of this type of modules. Comes in a simple, small, good protected box. Inside this little bag we will find the module. This is quite small, very light. Obviously they had to save all the weight they can, so the drone can carry more weight. So this is the drop-off part, and with a press of a button you can release it wherever you want. This goes back, retracts, and releasing the payload. And this is a speaker. Basically you can shout from the drone. We will test it. Now let's take a look at the drone. Absolutely identical for the 2022. The only changes are going to be shown soon in the bottom. Nice. Inside this box we will find the drone. Here is some quick information inside the box and the QR code you can send to get to obtain the software. This is the listing of the packaging. First of all, let's take a look. We have here some user's manual, quick starting guide. Just exactly the same as any other FIMI drone package. Detailed instruction about how to install even the module or any module. In this case, speaker module. Then below that you will find the remote controller. It's the same remote controller as the normal SE22. Two buttons in the bottom. There is a small joystick. There is another switch, return to home. The controller comes partially charged. You will find the thumbstick here. The antennas. Very nice. It can be extended. It can even accommodate a tablet. Kind of larger tablet. Let's take a look at this a bit later. Below that we will find the battery charging power supply with its proprietary mount. The set of cables for the three different type of phones: USB-C, Lightning and micro USB. Set of propellers. I was hoping that it comes with yeah, it does. Each bags have 3 set of propellers, so you get 2 spare. And then the drone itself, it's huge and heavy compared to an X8 Mini. Let's compare it. It comes finally pre-installed with a gimbal protector. Also comes with this little sponges that protecting the motors. On the bottom of the drone, finally, we will see here the module slot. This is where it slides in the module. A nice big reflectors, like landing lights. Here's a camera also for positioning, and the optical flow sensor, finally replacing the ultrasound sensor that was not so accurate. This is much more accurate. This combination gives you a much more precise landing and hovering. The battery comes pre-installed. And partially charged. You can take a look at the specifications. It's a quite big battery. Installs very easy, even for a beginner. But I guess for a beginner I would recommend to start with an X8 Mini maybe. This one requires a license in some countries. Has built-in remote ID capability. And last, below the drone, there was the power cable for the power supply. And here is something else that I might missing. I don't know what is this exactly. Basically a protector for the module slot. In case if you don't want to use any module, I guess you just plug this in here.
2,000 years later.
So there you have it. This is going to give you some water protection, because the drone itself is resist for rain and snow. So it's like you can take it out for a moderate rain and even moderate snow. The drone gonna take it like a big boy. And if you don't want to use the module, you can just cover it up with this silicone thing that comes with the drone. That's a very nice thought. Installing the module, I don't think it should be any difficulty for anyone. Just slide the module in, push, and the module will stay there very strong. Right. Removing the module, just press this down and slide it out. Comes out easy. Nice. This is going to be a very useful little toy, basically, because you can use it for fun things as well as for serious things. Imagine a situation where there's a full lockdown, you have to transport medication for a family member that lives maybe 1 kilometer away. Just hook the medication on the drone, drive it for the house of the recipient and drop it off. Just one example. Just to have a size comparison of between the Mini and the SE. It's quite a big drone compared to the Mini. The Mini I very much recommend. It's a very versatile drone, very good drone for beginners. You don't need to worry about to destroy it easily. It's very strong, can fly very far, makes very nice pictures. And this is I'm going to test soon. There is no obstacle avoidance in this drone. The price reflects it. Basically, it's a sub $500 drone, including the first module. With all these features, I think that price is a very low price for anyone to begin with a nice drone. It has a lot of features that you will appreciate. This is to compare the two remote controller side by side. You can see the X8 Mini controller, the X8 SE controller. The X8 Mini controller feels for me a little better well built. It's more stronger, better quality material. This is, I think they used for this one the old controller and materials. They changed the inside only to accommodate the 10 km transmission and 8 km in this case of the Mini. But of course, as you can see, this can accommodate way bigger devices, tablet. This cannot accommodate a tablet. This can only take a larger phone, and that's it. This you can pull out far beyond that to be able to accommodate a large tablet, Android or Apple. Removing this large gimbal, it's much more easier than removing it from the X8 Mini. The suspension of the camera hopefully better, because on the X8 Mini I experienced some jello effects. In a higher wind or higher speed, you can immediately see on any recordings. The entire bottom block is metal, obviously for good heat dissipation, because as soon as you turn on the drone, even if you don't fly it, it's gonna start heating up. To cool down the drone, you need to be on the move. Like with every drone on the market, it's like that. Unfolding the drone is quite easy. First, you unfold the front ones, then the rear ones. Removing these protectors. You're not supposed to throw them out, you keep them for transportation purposes. Installing the propellers, it's very simple. Don't mix up the order of the propellers. On the propeller you will see this minus sign, also on the arm you will see a minus sign. As you can see on the other arm now, the other propellers do not have any minus sign. And you cannot even install the propellers because it's just not going in. Also the latches are in a different direction. Installing the propeller is pretty straightforward. You just take the propeller, push it down on that, push it down with the spring, and just twist it until it's not going any further, and it clicks into this notch when it's coming back, so it's securing the propeller safely from every direction. Let's do this one more time with a normal one without the minus sign. Exactly the same. It will just go to the other side. Push down, twist, comes up, this little part is in the notch, and it's not gonna fly down, you're not gonna lose the propeller. Charging this drone is a little different than the X8 Mini. In this case, in this drone, you have to take out the battery and use the proprietary cable. Place this one over here, push down, and that's it. Charging the controller is slightly different than the X8 Mini controller, because in case of the Mini controller, it's a newer controller, so they install some USB-C port. In case of this one, you have to remove this watertight kind of protection, and the charging is going through a micro USB, so it's not USB-C. And this is the port, this is a data port where the cables for the phone connect. The other thing to mention is the thumbsticks are not compatible with the X8 Mini thumbsticks. They don't come out of the box with a spare one, and you can buy a separate one cheap from AliExpress. Installing the thumbstick is very simple. You just pull it out from this slot, install it, make sure it's not, you don't twist it over, just with care, and then both of the thumbsticks are installed. For your phone, just choose the adequate cable, in my case USB-C. First, plug the cable inside the phone, extend the remote controller, slide the cable and the phone part into this notch, then release the other part. You can push it together nice and strong, and then just open this port, connect the other end in the remote controller, and you're good to go. Downloading the software is fairly easy. You just use your phone's built-in scanner, scan the code, go to the website. You will find here FIMI Navi 2022. This is the new version that supports the 2022 model as well. Just hit download. File might be harmful because they are not certified programs, but it doesn't mean it's going to be harmful. Use download anyway. Open the file, install, and then if you have not yet made a registration, just follow the instruction and you will be in the software. Locking the payload dispenser is fairly easy. All you have to do is just press one button. Releasing the payload is just as easy. After weeks of planning and getting the science right, I was ready to test the payload dispenser. Okay, the dispenser is working flawlessly, but my payload plan was horrible. The next test was the megaphone test. First I took the drone up to a 20-meter altitude and recorded the following greeting message.
Hello, hello.
The megaphone test was perfectly successful at 20 meters, so let's go a little more higher, about 50 meters. Megaphone test from 50-meter altitude was perfectly fine. The sound was audible, but there was a small problem. Let's just rewind this a little. Testing the megaphone started to attract the attention of an eagle couple. So it was time to disappear from the sky before we get into something trouble. Honestly, it was not the drone I was worried about. A drone of this size can cause serious injuries with the propeller for a birds of any kind, so better avoid that. Next one to test was the landing lights. Sorry for the terrible recording, I seriously need to upgrade the camera. But the landing lights were performing perfectly. They are absolutely bright. You can turn them permanently on or permanently off, or you can leave it on automatic. That means when it's dark and you are a certain distance from the floor, it will turn on to aid its own landing. It's perfect. And for the end, here's two short, approx 1 minute each clips to see some unedited recording demo. First daytime, second nighttime. In the near future, I will upload longer recordings as well, so see you in the next one.